Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Happy Friday. Y'all, we made it to the weekend. Okay, it is time for a couple of days off because it is the weekend. Okay, it has been a long week. It has been a long week of foolishness, one way or the other. Okay, but I am happy y'all are here with me tonight. Okay, we're gonna be here for a little minute. Okay, we're gonna get into some things, little chit chat, you know what I'm saying? Stuff being solved, separation, divorces, ranting, weird interviews for weird reasons or whatever. But a good time will be had nonetheless. Okay, now look, if you're already in here, make sure to come in and say hi. Don't come in and not talk to anybody. Okay, don't do that. Okay, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Become a JayBird, okay. Please make sure to also like the video. Okay, like the video. You can also share the video. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, and TikTok. Okay. Now look, I said, what is going on with these people? I'm here. Hi, how y'all doing? How was everyone? How is everybody doing tonight? Okay, now look. It was a busy work day. It was really, 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 really busy, but I was able to not only listen to NeNe's interview with Bethany, I was able to cut down Bishop Robbery's foolishness to about 10 minutes. Okay. I got little clips from NeNe's interview for us to have that kind of conversation. Okay. We will discuss who divorced and who separation is around here. Okay. Tupac getting some justice and a few other things in between. But we're not gonna be here for a long time because I am tired. I almost canceled the live. I'm like, oh, I should just cancel it, honey. I can talk to him tomorrow. But tomorrow is gonna be a busy day too. So I said, no, get round here for your JayBirds. Don't cancel your show. Okay. Get you some water, eat a pickle, put on your lipstick, throw on your hoodie, and be a great person round here and don't be canceling your lives at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? So we round here and whatnot. Okay. I got a little thumb. Look, y'all know I feel good when I get thumbnail together. Okay, and we have the bare necessities today on the thumbnail. Because I was like, I felt like these was like some little stuff we need to discuss. And I also felt like if NeNe and Bishop Robbery, they probably could do a whole conference together. Because he can complain about the robbery, she can complain about Bravo, you know, Betsy can be in the middle. You know what I'm saying? There's always a white woman in the middle. But I'm like, you know what? I like this right here. Okay. But anyway. Okay. Let me get some hellos into the people. Okay, hey, how you doing? What is Bishop Robbie talking about? Honey, same thing. And I'm gonna still crack some jokes anyway it go. But this time we're gonna get into it. Okay. Can't don't get into it. Don't get into it. Again, I'm sorry. I got stop singing songs, Jaylee. But hey, how y'all doing? Okay, hi. Okay, hello to the people. Okay. How y'all doing? What's going on? Okay, a good time will be had and everything. Okay, everything. Okay, hey, Jaylee. Love you and your content. You're a great black vlogger. Okay, keep pushing. You got this, and I look forward to future content and endeavors. Well, thank you, Lakia Stevenson or Stevenson. Girl, I can read. I promise y'all I can read. Okay, Stevenson. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, hey. Thank you very much. Anyway. Girl, I don't know why I sing songs. It's like it's we. I don't know why I be like everything I say. It be like a little ditty. No little ditty. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And whatnot. But hey. Look, we not gonna wait the whole 10-minute thing because I'm like the sooner I get into it, the sooner we can get to it. Okay, get to it now because I did not have time to properly save stuff on my IG. So stuff I don't know. I probably say things once or twice or 4 or 5 times. I'm not sure. The point is, I saved it at least one time to be sure that it's the one time thing. Because sometimes I forget to say stuff, child, and I'm like, damn it, I seen this thing earlier and I wanted to talk about it. And what was it? And which block was it on? And I can't find it. So now I'll be like saving things over and over and over and over. Okay. Yeah. How I'm doing? I'm tired today, but it's because y'all, like mentally, my job is very stressful. Okay. It's almost the end of our fiscal year. So a lot of stuff has to be, you know, I's dotted, T's crossed, P's curved. But you know what I'm saying? Overall, I'm good. Once I'm done here, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm gonna drink some water. I'm gonna watch Star Trek Lower Decks, the cartoon. It helps me mellow out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sick. I'm not like, oh, is she okay? I'm okay. It's just work. It's just work, okay? And sometimes I get off work and I come right on camera. But I'm good though. But thank you for asking. You know what I'm saying? I love all my JayBirds. You know, even on my lowest days when I'm tired and ready to quit my job, because they aggravate my nerves, but I'm not gonna quit because I get good benefits. I still make sure to put as much time and effort into my channel as I do my daytime job. Okay, because I am the content. Okay, I am the fifth member. Come on now. Anyway, your singing part, really, your singing is that part of your personality. I love when you start singing the Share My Screen. Share My Screen. That's from Mary J. Blige. Share my screen. Don't you leave. I don't know. I sing that song. I don't know where it came from. Anyway, hey Miss B. Hey. Praise the Lord. Okay. Girl, stop, Jaylee. Girl, what are you doing? Sunday book closes tomorrow. We are dealing with for those of y'all who work like in corporate jobs, you know, where it's like the end of a fiscal year and stuff have to just be like it's so stressful. It's so stressful. But I'm like, it's fine because I'm here. And this will give me a bit more energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we had good times together. Okay. Right. The time changed when it come on. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Lord, we don't do. Oh. Let me stop. Anyway. I even took my hair down for y'all because I had it up in a ponytail. Okay, I had a whole up in a little ponytail or whatever. And I'm like, girl, put your hair down. You put your head down now. But yeah. No, I'm just thinking, look, it's so weird. Like when I'm doing, I don't like I don't like weird silence. So like when I'm switching screens, I start singing, and for some reason I came up with the share my screen song, and every time I show to share my screen, I start singing. It's so weird. Okay, but let's get into some things that I have saved. I saved some fashion stuff because I know some folk. Right, the government strike coming, child. You know what I'm saying? It's too much going on. I'm like, government, stop it. Okay, get the things, get things. And I'm not even with the government. Okay, I'm not at all. I work in the medical field, but it's just so much. Now I know some folk don't like the fact that I girl out here. I know some folk don't like how much I have now been focusing on fashion or whatever and having these fashion conversations. But I feel like I love fashion. I do. And I feel like because I know that my demographic is like 96% women, and whatnot, we like fashion. And we like this is something just a little bit funny. A little bit funny. Okay. So even though I don't watch the Housewives of New York at all, I have set my DVR to record all the episodes, never watched. Never. So I was like, girl, whatever. But I saw, the reunion was taped and we have some fashion pics. So I said, we're gonna discuss. Okay. Now for me, this new New York, I didn't watch. Did any of y'all watch the old Housewives of New York? Because I didn't even watch the other one. Okay. I don't I know of Bethany. Um I heard of it like it's a Luann. I hear their names, but I don't know them people. Okay, I don't know them people at all. But I was like, but let's discuss. Now, when I seen this picture of all of them, I said, what in the blue blazers? It reminded me of let me find a picture. Y'all remember when Housewives of Atlanta this is season 1 reunion. The season 1 reunion. They all looked a mess too. And when I saw this, I said, this remind me of the season 1 of the Housewives of Atlanta. Because in season 1, no one I'm like, why is Kim in the black like a little vest thing? Sheree Honey is in a sweater dress. NeNe and Lisa Wu is in some leggings. Okay, the Shine Snow is in. I'm gonna go to church dress because I'm the deacon's wife, and Kim look like a lesbian. So the minute I saw this, I was like, this just reminds me of how chaotic the first season reunion of Housewives was. It was real. It was dumb. Okay, but let's go one by one. Now I don't know what in the Dallas is going on here. Okay, get Dallas going to Dallas. This girl, I don't know the dynasty. It's the ruffle, it's the white doilies around the shoulders for me. Okay, it's the little heart in the middle for me. I was like, cause I heard it's morphin time. Is she a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger? Is she got to morph a little bit? I don't know, but I don't like it. Is it? I think it's velvet. What is that? Velvet? It's just, girl. I'm gonna leave it be. I don't know. I don't know none of their names. Okay, so I don't know what that lady. Now her hair is cute. It like she ain't got no much makeup or whatever. I don't mind the hair and the makeup. It's the sleeves. It's the long sleeve velvet with doily with kitchen table doilies around the cleavage. I don't, girl. It's confusing. And this little lady. Okay. It looked like a card dress for some reason. I don't dislike it though. It's cute. It's real cute and simple. It's almost too cute and simple for a reunion, but I feel like maybe there wasn't a theme at all. So everybody just wore whatever was in their closet or whatnot. Okay. I was like, okay. But it's not ugly. It's just a real cute, simple dress. Real cute, simple. And her face, she looked like Rachel. Not Jennifer Aniston. She looked like Rachel. Okay. What was her name on the damn show? Rachel. I don't know. Rachel and Ross. That's she look in the face. You can't tell me she'll look like Rachel from Friends. Anyway, now surprisingly, the lady who was in pants, I was like, was she going to a business meeting? Now I love her lipstick. I love her. For some reason, I don't know her, but because she came in some blue jeans and a blazer to a reunion, I was like, okay, I like it. I give her a 10 because you have to have balls to come to a housewife reunion with. Wait, so it's like, yes, Jennifer Aniston did play Rachel, but I feel like Jennifer Aniston doesn't look like Rachel now. You know what I'm saying? She looks like that. Sounds weird. That sounds weird, but but yeah, she was the same person. But right here, she said, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. I don't care what y'all wearing. I don't care what the theme is. Okay, I'm gonna wear this. And you gonna like it. And I said, well, I guess I do. And I think for me, what saves it is her glasses and that bright red lip. Because it looked like she came as she was. Like she going to church. Come as you are, my child. I was like, okay. Let it be. I feel like her shoes. Her hands is like, what you gonna do? Okay, fine. And then we have this person. It gives me Arabian Nights. It gives me Arabian Nights. It gives me Jasmine, Aladdin, Jafar, the Daddy, the Palace. I don't know who she is. I don't know what her background is. So I don't want you're being offensive. I don't know these people. But her outfit gives me Arabian Nights. And that's what it is. Okay, it's cute though. It's real. It's a couple inches. Y'all know me. I'm real weird when people have long dresses or whatever, and they kind of drape the floor. The drape of the floor has to make sense, and that looked like you bought it from somebody, and it's just too long. But hair, makeup. I think I like the dress. I like the look. This is a good first season reunion look. Okay. Now this I love. Why I didn't notice her before? This is amazing. This gives a main girl shine. Okay, this gives I am the queen of the night. This gives I am in charge of the girls. It's the thigh is out, cute heels. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Does she have short hair? Is her hair pulled back? I can't see where her hair is. I don't know. But this is cute. Now again, it's weird because there is no theme. So it's like who's off? Because what if the theme was jeans and everybody else we ain't wearing jeans and the one girl came with jeans? Okay, what if the theme was Arabian Nights and no one did Arabian Nights except her? Okay, because again, if it was it jeans, was it simple looking like Rachel? Was it Dallas going to Dallas? Because none of these looks belong. None of them. Okay, they all are different. This is as if everybody was going to a separate reunion. Okay, but this I like. This I love. You hear me? I wish she was standing up because her kind of hunched over. I don't like it. Because it looks weird. Because hunched over, it's like, is it pants? Is it a dress? Is it a 2-piece? Is it a 1-piece? Okay. I like when we go back to the first picture. I think the first one was a little bit better. Let's get back. Hold on. Let's get back. Okay. Because standing up It's cute. It don't match nothing else, but it's cute. And when it ain't matching nothing else, that's what it is. So for me, the three people who I think, even though none of, Arabian Nights and Thigh Out look like they could possibly be going to the same reunion, because Arabian Nights dress has a bit of goldness to it, and that could be from the Flash. Okay, so Arabian Nights and Thigh Out could be going to the same thing. Now, White Long Dress, she was invited, but she said, I'm not doing a dress code. Dallas going to Dallas Dynasty is completely off. Okay, Girl in Jeans look like she snuck on the set. Okay, and then Girl is Rachel Face. This has Rachel's face, and that it just is what it is. Baby Thigh, like Miss Trinidad, not Miss Trinidad. I did, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she would like that. She would like that name. And I get nicknames all the time because I don't remember things. Okay, but again, as a group, even Andy looked like, what the fuck are y'all wearing? Who told y'all to wear that? Y'all didn't get the memo? Did y'all check out email? Anyway, best dress definitely goes to Thigh Out. Second place is Arabian Nights. Third place is Long White Dress. Fourth place for me is Blue Jeans. Then Rachel Face. And then Dallas Going to Dallas on Dynasty. Those are my numbers. That's how that's what they're gonna go to me. In my opinion. Okay. Now, who's next? Let's see. Oh, Eve. Okay. Eve, who was the illest pit bull in a skirt, okay, as she would say. Okay, is out here. Now, look, y'all know Eve went over there to the other country, got her that white rich billionaire. Honey, left R&B rap and left the Bronx. Not the Bronx. Where's she from? Was she from Philly? Left Philly. Left her paw prints around here, whatever, and went over there and just been whatever. Had a little baby and been good. But mama came back around here like, I got a suit on, what I gonna do? It's a cute suit. It's a cute suit. It is. Okay. Now, I don't like her shoes. I don't like her shoes at all. I like her sunglasses. Her hair is nice. I'm like, that, I always feel like, there's really black people or people over there in other countries who can do black people hair, because that's a good weave. And I'm like, I think her weave is getting done across the pond. But it's cute. I don't like them shoes. But Eve still came around here in Paris, okay, for Paris fashion show. And again, the suit is amazing. And this is how you have a suit on. It's all white. It comes right down to the ground, okay? It ain't too long. It ain't too short. We don't know what shoes you're wearing. She could have been barefoot up under there. And we like it. A lot. Okay. I want to see more of Eve. Because Eve was acting, had that TV show, had her little fashion line, will rap every now and again. Why ain't no fashion show? It ain't no Housewives of wherever she live at, and she can be the black housewife on wherever she. Girl, I would love to see a little bit. Okay. Now, even though we not watching this show, we can still talk about them people in their face. Okay. We as a collective, we are not watching Basketball Wives. Why? We are boycotting Evelyn Punk A. Lozada. Okay? No. Don't y'all watch it. You're only allowed to watch whatever clips they put on the IG. And truth be told, have them IG play the whole damn show. So you gotta watch it no way. However, the face cards and we see the folk around here. So we see Jackie. Now what's wrong with her eye? Girl, one of Jackie's eyes look like it ain't her eye. What is wrong with that? Child. Anyway, I feel like Jackie is the only the only wife, on the show who I feel like has never reached her potential as a basketball wife star. I feel like Jackie always looks just a little itty bitty bit cheap. Like Jackie always to me look like she's trying to fit in. She wants to be one of the girls, and I'm like, Jackie, but you are the girl. Okay, I love it when Jackie will realize she's that girl. Now, cute little wig, it's a weave, cute little weave. Okay, little one piece outfit. Okay, her shoulders are being held down or whatever by it look like an elastic waistband or whatever, but it's still cute. Shawnee, ain't you a first lady? Get out our face, Shawnee. Go to church. Okay, get away from me with this. Shawnee want to play her innocent game now. I don't know why. Got her ring sitting up fine. Your husband ain't, girl. He's a pastor. And if your husband can't be on this show, you should not either. If you was a person to get out of, and we know you to eat people, whatever, girl, get out of our face, Shawnee. Get on our damn nerve. Her hair is cute though. We don't like you, Evan. Look. A leopard never changes their spots, okay? And Evelyn Punk A. Lozada ain't gonna never change her spots. Her spots, anything, okay? She will always be a coochie pounding, crazy, insane person who like to fight. And until they get rid of her, I feel like no ma'am, no sir. And the fact they have Evelyn and Shawnee doing a little special, that made me mad too. Evelyn, like, I don't use the word HATE. I don't like that word that much. Okay, I have to have it has to be somewhere. Evelyn is one person on TV who I feel like I can never see me changing my mind about her because she's been the exact same person forever. To me, she's never tried to be better. She's only tried to be better for a check. And once she gets paid, she's back to her evil ways. So Evelyn Punk A. Lozada is somebody who I am confident in saying I don't like her. I can't stand her because of who she is as a person and what she's shown us on that show. And how I don't care. This season she could be a completely different person. I would never know. I would never care. Get my damn face, Evelyn. Brooke, I think is it Brooke Bailey? I think it's Brooke Bailey. Brooke has always seemed to me to be a hanger on, meaning she's always hanging on to somebody else for fame. She hangs around other folks for fame. Like, I still don't really know why she was ever on the show in the first place. But I also feel like I don't think she's a horrible person. Like, if she had a product, I might buy it. I might. I probably wouldn't know what's out because I don't follow her. But I would feel like she's right next to somebody who's famous, and then she's their friend, and that's how we know her. But she looks great. When she lost her daughter, that was like heartbreaking. So I also have like a soft spot for her because her daughter seemed to be really, really close. So that's sad. Her hair is cute. She paid for good boobs. Honey, if wannabe was a person, it would definitely be Jennifer. Jennifer, what's her last name, y'all? Jennifer something Williams. Jennifer Williams, like, she don't better for herself because the amount of things you went through on the show, the way they treat you on the show, and you keep coming back for more. But if you like it, I love it. I mean, I don't really care either, but again, it is what it is. Her hair is cute, nice little makeup job. Her legs are very, very greasy, so she got some real good lotion and moisturizer. Her outfit also looked like a weird spider web, with a whole bunch of spiders. I'm gonna leave her be. I don't know this girl right here. Why is her shoulder pad so high? Like, does she have high shoulders? Y'all think she got like a shoulder ailment or something? Cause I like them some high ass shoulders. I'm confused. And like, are you like you should have shoulder pads in 2023? That's weird. That's also a lot of weave, but it's fine. I don't know her, so bye. That's the Brittany Renner girl who said she had 35 sex partners in her life. She does have a baby by an athlete, like everybody else. Long blonde hair, half naked dress, it's typical. But I don't care. And then last is somebody named Vanessa. Anyway, I don't know her. They also have the Orlando girls. Girl, they put them all on a basketball court holding a basketball, even though none of them have probably held a basketball. Megan James, we don't care. Her outfit looked like she's a nurse with no pants on. Is it Neek? Neek looked like her feet probably hurt when she got them shoes off at the end of the day. It's a cute little outfit though, but I don't know you. Nikki, girl, we know her because she was with 4. Girl, bye. They have the same hips. Did they go to the same doctor? Girl, these hips ain't hipping. Them hips match these hips. Y'all think I gave them hips? I don't know. Maybe it's Greenway. Somebody named Mulan holding the ball the wrong way. Okay, and her that looked like a dress that Taraji wore on what's that movie she was with Terrence Howard? It was what's it called? It's hard out here for a pimp. That didn't look like she sang that song. Anyway, she won't look innocent. I guess. Her name Danielle. Girl, I don't like her dress. Somebody named Ashley. I also don't like her. It looks like they borrowed these clothes from somebody. Like these don't look like it's their clothes. She has her own. Oh, Lindsay, who's pregnant. I guess she's gonna be fighting. It's cute hair though. Cute hair. Mackenzie. Why it? Look, I'm not being funny, but why it look like they put her head on somebody else's body? Is that her body? Is that her head? Thank y'all. Hustle and Flow. I was on a different screen, so I couldn't see y'all comments. Hustle and Flow. Yes, Hustle and Flow. Why? It looks like her head. That ain't her head or that ain't her body. It's weird. And she look like she's gonna be fighting. I don't know why they're still doing Basketball Wives at all. Do anybody really watch the show? Anyway, I love this outfit on Kerry Washington. Mainly because it's red, which is my favorite color. It's her and Fitz, okay. Which we had not seen since Scandal. I miss Scandal. I miss good TV shows, y'all. I'm so happy the writer strike is over and we can get some shows back. And whatnot. I'm sorry. I miss Scandal and How to Do a Murder and Being Mary Jane. I just miss good shows that show black folk. And I'm not mad at black folk and white folk, but I miss that show. I do. But I love this outfit on her, the red. Okay, the red lip or whatever. I can't wait to start her book. Tony Goldwyn, who is the guy that plays Fitz, he looked like the Flash scared him. But I'm let that man be because he could have been tired like I am. I'm rushing because I want to get to the NeNe of it all and the Bishop Barbie of it all. This is just fluff. Okay, this is a little bit fluff. I don't know all these folks. Who are these people? Okay, Nina and Sean. Oh, Sean White. That's the dude who was skateboarding or whatever. I love her dress. I feel like I've seen it before somewhere. I don't know where, but I know her from something. I don't know. But I love her dress again. But I saw somebody else in it before. I also love his suit. That's a dapper suit. He cut all his hair off. That's why I did not recognize him, because he cut all his hair off. He said that long red hair. He's a skateboard. You know, he's like a skateboard, not skateboarder. I think he looks like the snowboarding. Snowboard, okay. But I like the outfits, okay. George Clooney and his wife Amal. Y'all know, y'all. We look, people. George and his wife, they had twins. We ain't never seen their kids. Now, we've also never seen Olivia. We've also never seen Kerry Washington's kids either. But George Clooney and Amal had them twins. We ain't never seen them. Girl, they had them kids and left. Okay? And George Clooney can play Santa Claus now. Not because he's big or whatever, because of the beard, the greatness of it all. He can be a skinny, in-shape Santa Claus. He really could be. Okay. His wife's dress is gorgeous. Now, I don't like her hair at all. Something about it don't look like it. Like it looked like she did her hair. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I would have preferred if her hair was like just pushed off of her a little bit and like just kind of slick down or whatever. But George in his little suit, George looked like his knee hurt because it's like, is George, is he on his tippy toe? Girl, I don't know. Anyway, Sofia Vergara and Heidi Klum. I don't like whatever it is Heidi's wearing, but I love Sophia's outfit, her little dress. Sofia Vergara, who's gonna be playing on the cocaine grandmama. Is it Griselda? I can't wait to see her in that. I can't wait. You hear me? It's gonna be amazing. Who's up next? Our girl, Viola Davis. I was for her name, Viola Davis. It's cute. Viola, like when Viola looks like really regal, like this is when I feel like she wants to be Michelle Obama. It's real regal. But I love this lilac purple color. It fits her great. Again, she's a queen around here. Queen around here. Okay. Anyway, okay, now Scarlett Johansson. It's a cute little suit, little handbag, real straight up and down, little red lip. The suit is satin, not velvet. The pants are cuffed perfectly. I like it. It's cute. Very much so. Come on now, girl, Jodie Turner Smith. Looking like a black Oscar. I feel like Jodie be at home saying, I'm going to kill them today in my outfit. I'm going to look good in my outfit. And she walk out and she look good in her outfit. Okay? It's amazing. She look great. I love the black and white of it all. It looks regal. Queen-like. Okay? Her crown. That's it for fashion stuff, y'all. Let's get into some foolish, I guess it's foolishness. Well, I saw this. It says man who went missing on Carnival cruise reportedly was on probation for threatening to kill his wife and kids. I'm like, what? Not the wife and the kids? And he was on probation. So you on probation for one. Okay. For threatening folk for two. Went on a Carnival cruise and disappeared when you wasn't supposed to be on the boat in the first. I'm like, did he leave? How does somebody on like, don't they check for that on the boat? They should if they don't. There's somebody who's on probation for threatening to kill people. I just feel like they should not be on the boat. So Kevin McGrath, he mysteriously went missing on a Carnival cruise a few weeks ago. And again, he's on probation, was not supposed to be on the boat. It was against his probation. He did not get no permission to do none of that. Okay, and now he gone. So I'm like, maybe he left. He no longer wanted to be on probation, and so he escaped. But I feel like if you're on probation, you should not go on a cruise. It should not happen. For the folks who are living in New York, I'm so sorry to hear about all the flooding. Now, because look, we have floodings here in Detroit, Michigan. we get like we don't have like we had like this kind of flood like once or twice in my lifetime. I know we had one a couple years ago. New York be catching this like often. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wading in the water in New York right now. Look at them. They're wading in the water because of all the rain. And people still driving, child. They out there in the elements. I saw folks walking through it. I saw one lady with a carriage. I'm like, there's a baby in the carriage or whatever. It's like it's raining. Cars that are like just stuck. Like, first of all, I'm like, I freak out if I even feel water on my hand in my bathroom from my sink. Because I'm like, who had the water on? What did you do? Stop leaving the water running, okay? I freak out about little water where I know it came from. I can't imagine being on the dang on subway somewhere or public transportation, and it just starts, the water to start, girl, out. No, Jesus, help me, God. And who can you sue? Like if your clothes is messed up, your shoes, your pants. She done lost the umbrella, but she like fuck the umbrella, whatever. I'm gonna let it go. But it's so much going on. Okay, that they on the bus driving and look at all the water on the bus. Being on a bus is already uncomfortable. Okay, it's so many people. You got to sit next to strangers. Can't hope they don't cough on you. And now you're around here, all the water just rushing in or rushing out. You got to pick your feet up. Okay. So the folks who are in New York, I feel sorry for y'all. I hope y'all can all stay safe. I don't want nobody to drown. Okay, get you some real good car insurance. Okay, stay off the streets. If they say don't go nowhere. I said, Lord, it's because of all the rain. And all that means is the sewers are backed up, are clogged, because the water got nowhere to go. Okay, so if you are in New York and you are flooded in or something, I wish you, honey, I don't know what to do. I wish you, I guess, to be dry. To be dry. Not you hope it killed all the rats. Right, look, I just feel like the water dirty. Okay, just dirty. And then it's like all that water may also make, rodents or whatever, come up because they want to escape drowning. Because can you drown rats? Do rats drown? I feel like rats swim. I wouldn't leave the house. I saw somebody put on Twitter how they were telling their boss, like, I can't get to work because all the stuff is messed up unless you want to pay for Uber. And the boss said, I don't think I should be the one to pay for Uber. And I'm like, bitch, I was joking. Okay. I'm not going out in that. I would be like, Jesus, not me. Not I, said a cat. Okay. And I guess, well, is it sad? No, let me see what I can do one thing. Well, no, congratulations to Deborah Roberts, who has become the permanent co-anchor of 2020. You hear me? Now look, but she's gonna be beside David. Is it Muir? Muir? I don't know. Now, a lot of prominent women have had that seat. Barbara Walters. I think also was it Connie Chung? I think it was Connie. I don't know. But my point is that is a prestigious seat to hold as a journalist because of the weight of that show. So congrats to Deborah Roberts. I am still a person who loves the fact that real journalism still exists. Because it needs to. I'm always happy that a fellow Black woman is getting her stance somewhere. Okay. And let it be what it is. And I don't want her to have to be anybody else but herself. You hear me? And that's on P. So congrats to Deborah Roberts. Okay. It's her. Yeah. Anyway. we talked yesterday. We talked yesterday, right? We discussed the whole Kim Courtney debacle. We seen Kim telling Courtney, "Are your friends and your kids talk to me, and they have issues with me on the group chat and blah 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 blah." So Courtney and Travis had a baby shower. It was baby Barker land or whatever. So Courtney posted like baby shower of my dreams, all the behind the scenes pics and details. Is that Poosh? Is it Poosh or Posh? I don't know. I think it's Poosh. Thank you, mommy, Kris Jenner, for returning your home to the happiest place on earth and filling my love of all things Disney, and for throwing this baby shower to celebrate me and your 13th grandchild. And someone commented and said, Courtney, are those friends on the not Courtney group chat? Because if so, we don't need them there. Okay, we don't need them there. And she said, oh no, the members of that chat are namely Kim, Chloe, Kendall, and Kylie. Case closed. I was like, what? I feel like, siblings talk, siblings argue, siblings have issues. But if Kim was around here lying, making it seem like Courtney's friends was against her, and it was really only her sisters, Kim was even more of a piece of shit. Okay. But yeah, Courtney said it was nobody but my sisters and not my friends. So leave me, bitch, and I still don't like him. Speaking of, y'all know Kendall is the one that's supposed to be the model, right? Kim's supposed to be the model. And, she around here walking in a fashion shoot. Now, in my opinion, there are different types of models. You have print models, you have runway models, you have ones who can do it like it's print, runway, and like I can dabble. I feel like Kendall is a print model. Like she looks like a model, but this walk is horrible. She walks, the aura she's giving is, I'm a model. I think I'm a model. I want to be a model. I'm trying my best to give a fierce model walk. And I hope, right, commercial models. Thank you. But not every model is a runway catwalk model. Because some of them can't walk like you're supposed to walk. And people sometimes think, oh, it's easy to be it's not easy to be a runway model, because sometimes you look like this and you just look like you're trying too hard. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because did they want your hands on your waist, or did you do that? Did you think I'm gonna be cool and ma'am, you look dumb? And even her facial expression to me look like, this is what I think I'm supposed to walk like. I think this is cool. I think it looks great. And we all know we all have that in common, where in our head, we think we look great. In our head, we think, I'm killing this. I'm killing it. It's like, you're not. No, you look dumb. Okay. Kendall is a print model. She's also a commercial model, meaning she can be in a commercial and look cute. But to me, she is not a on the runway modeling clothes model. Not like this. And maybe she was high. I don't know. But I was like, ma'am, get off the runway. Get off. It's other models who are better than her. And I do believe she gets attention because of who her siblings are. Okay. Why is Mariah black? I feel like when I see people who I know is white, when I see people who I know is white, and I also know their skin tone is not a bit darker because of a tan, it's darker because they asked somebody to do their makeup, and then they say, hey, I want to be real bronze. I want to be real bronze. I want to almost look like I'm black, but not like I'm black, because I don't want anybody to think you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why she looks black. I like One, and why the wig pushed back so far. Like Mariah Lynn Mariah Lynn was on Love and Hip Hop as the white girl who was still cool. And I don't understand why she feels like she has to play in black makeup. Because she don't look like herself. So it's like, are you trying to pass for, I don't know. It's weird. But I'm like, I don't know why she's black. I saw this. You know, there was all these people. I got my hair. It's got me crazy. I hate having hair on me. It's it go crazy. That's why I don't have my hair down long. That's why I got a hoodie on too. Influencer was arrested for recording and encouraging fully looting. Says she regrets it. I don't understand why anyone. I don't even know what she's saying. I don't understand why anybody encourages people to do dumb stuff, records it like it's cool, and then want to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I don't want it. Girl, if I see somebody looting, first of all, let me move, because I do not want to get arrested with y'all. I also don't want to record stuff on live because it's stupid.
Meet her there. Our attempts to speak with her about her actions Tuesday night and what's happened since then were cut short by her.
Why? And I'm not body shaming. I'm not body shaming at all. I'm not. I'm asking a question. I'm sorry.
Her mom. Blackwell's mom did not want her speaking with reporters, but the woman known as Meatball did have something to say before going back inside her home. Do you have a message for people?
I just prefer, never loot again, stay out of trouble, and never go to jail.
I just don't understand people. It's all stupid. It's all dumb. Child. Then Whitney Houston said the children are the future. And when Whitney said that this girl was probably a child, is she the future? I hope not. I don't want it to be. Not today, not ever. Okay, some marriage stuff. Jeezy and Jeannie Mai are still living together. That's not surprising to me because they have a huge ass house. And when people get divorced, usually nobody moves out. Okay. And it's weird walking past each other. Stop walking past. I'm not gonna walk past you. I'm not gonna walk past you. I feel like when somebody filed for divorce and y'all have a huge house and y'all still share the house, I feel like unless the other person like dating somebody else, it's easy to kind of avoid the other person because Jeezy should be in the studio. One of them has to get up early, and I just feel like it'll be over soon. But it's gonna be awkward for a minute because it's a divorce. He wants the divorce. She doesn't want the divorce. I would leave, truthfully, and I would. Who gonna get the house? Because they built that house together. That's crazy. Y'all met, started dating, built a house, got pregnant. Now y'all getting divorced. Like, who keep the house? Or would y'all just have to sell it and split it? If I build a house and I'm like, that's probably gonna be my dream. Like, I love my closet. I love my bathroom. Like, I will be pissed that I have to move. That's what I would fight for. I would fight for the house. I want the house. Because I feel like Jeannie might probably put more input and stuff because that's how we are as women. And I would be like, I don't want to leave my house. I love my house. I love my bathroom, my closet, my kitchen, my refrigerator, my stove, my air fryer. I hope they find some kind of peace, okay? Down in Potomac, okay? Chris and Monique's divorce is finalized. The fact that Chris and Monique like Ashley and Michael still going to divorce. Kenya and Mark still going to divorce. Robin and Juan still faking a marriage. I feel like Monique and Chris said, you know what, we're gonna get off these shows, we're gonna be fussing a little bit, and then we done. Like they literally, we saw them on that first season of DC, and we saw some cracks, some real thick ass cracks. And then they went away, announced the separation, and now their divorce is finalized. I was like, girl, we moving on. But they had a few houses. So girl. So, may they live long and prosper and separate. We then found out today that Mia and Gordon Potomac have separated. Okay. Mia gave a quote to People, said, like all marriages, ours has had its ups and downs. Mm-hmm. At this time, Gordon and I are separated, but my family is my number one priority, and I am committed to doing whatever it takes to make sure that we are okay. Now, I feel like they were married for 11 years. I'm not surprised, okay? Mainly because Mia's a wild child. And I feel like Mia married Gordon, in my opinion. Mia married Gordon for his money. It doesn't mean that at some point she maybe wasn't also attracted to him for whatever reason. Because Gordon is not an old fogey. And I'm pretty sure that 10 years ago, he looked even younger. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think she might but I think him having money was a piece of the pie, and the fact that he now like they're like money issues, and we're gonna separate. When we were together, we never turned our back. And saying they separated. Girl, y'all imagine a single Mia. Girl, Mia already is untamed, and that's with a husband. Okay, I feel like if she's a single woman, like it's gonna be like coochie juice all over the screens. Let's see if Mia gets divorced before Ashley. Before Ashley, I'm like, I know in Potomac you have to be like separated for a full year. So for people in Potomac, like you have to first separate before you get divorced. So we shall see. We shall see. But I'm pretty sure this will play out on the season. So as long as we don't get to the season finale and to the reunion, and somebody trying to bring Gordon on and bring Mia on and try to convince them, no, if it's over, let it be over. Let it be over. Okay. Now y'all take one little second, honey, and like the damn video. Liking is always the thing to do. Okay. Tyrese in his Home Depot stuff. I feel like Somebody lying, and we just don't know who. So Home Depot had came out, saying like Tyrese on some BS, and we have surveillance footage that proves he's on some BS. Okay, and Home Depot said the surveillance video show a different scenario, that they claim Tyrese bought a number of items to one of their cashiers at the register and had everything scanned. However, they claim he then resumed shopping, leaving the register back up for 25 minutes, forcing the cashier to clear out the transaction. In the original complaint, it was reportedly stated that there was a computer glitch that caused a delay. As a result, Tyrese began to get noticed, and he went to the parking lot, leaving his associates to make the transaction with his cards. Meaning, well, I guess that is different, but I don't think it matters. I'm like, does it matter? He was one of Trump's largest girls. Tyrese, shut up. I just want Tyrese to go away. I feel like I want Tyrese to go away. Because to me, it's a difference between we're waiting in line. I'm waiting in line for whoever to bring stuff up. And because there's a glitch, I leave. Versus you brought some items up, paid for the first things of the stuff, paid for some items, kept shopping, and was gone for 25 fucking minutes. Meaning I can't ring nobody else up. So you leaving to keep shopping don't mean that if you come back 25 minutes later, they won't need some kind of proof of this or that. They have to re-ring stuff up. Okay? Girl. Can you just go sing Sweet Lady and shut up? Like, go sing Sweet Lady. Go be in another Fast and Furious movie and leave us out of it. Okay? Because that's a whole different. And if the surveillance footage shows them ringing things, and it ain't nothing worse than somebody. I hate when I would be at a store and somebody, I'm waiting on somebody else. I'm like, what? Cut that shit off. Cut it off, because it means that they can't ring nobody else up. You can't leave and keep shopping for 25 minutes. I mean, maybe it's 5 minutes or less, not 25. Okay, and if we have to cancel the transaction because you was gone for a little bit of time, don't come back acting like, oh, they're racist. They're being racist. The black man who was allegedly adopted by them white people was never adopted, and now they've canceled the conservatorship. Yeah. So that movie, The Blind Side, the family that it was based on, the black man said they lied to me and stole money and made money, using my name and stuff, whatever. The judge has ended it. Now, this is the thing. People kept on saying, why did he think he was adopted? I feel like people don't know. In my opinion, if somebody said, hey, we can't legally adopt you because you're too old. However, this conservatorship is like adoption. I feel like if they explain it to you in a way that makes you feel like, oh, it's like adoption. It's not adoption, but it's like adoption. Okay. That's why I feel like the first part came in if I'm being confused. But the judge has ended the conservatorship, and the family have to turn over their financial records to see how much they made since the agreement was put into place. How much money have they made off that man's likeness, off that story of them adopting him and all these things? How much? Because y'all act like y'all made $2. And if y'all have made 20 million, pay that man some money. Pay that man some money. Okay? And we have to stop letting white folks trick us in general. Mona Scott Young, who is the creator of the Love and Hip Hop franchise, you hear me? Mona was on Way Up with Angela, discussing the whole Spice Air Community thing. Now, she she stated how, well, first of all, I'm not involved with the cuts anymore, meaning people getting fired. I'm not in the field anymore, meaning I'm not around anymore. I'm not, a part of the everyday stuff. The cast know this. People, I knew that. You know what I'm saying? When she put up handle on her social media, people felt like that was her saying she did this or that. When Mona put up handle, I felt like she meant y'all was complaining is handle. I also feel like her saying that she's not a part of the day-to-day things means she's still a part of production. However, she doesn't have to talk to the cast, be the producer who's on set. That's what she's not a part of. But I feel like, when conversations happen, when decisions are made, like she's like told about things, but not like she isn't the first person someone goes to. You know what I'm saying? So her saying that didn't shock me. I also feel like she wasn't saying I was capping when I said handle. She has her hand in the show. She's just not involved with firing day-to-day stuff. There's other people who do that. Erica saw her say that, and Erica felt like, oh, see, she's right lying. She's lying. Right, and Tammy, look at Tammy. Tammy said respectfully, she hasn't handled production on the show for a minute. It's called being a passive producer, and your name stays with the show because you created it. She probably doesn't see cuts anymore because she doesn't do the physical production. She's telling y'all the truth, and she's getting dragged. Child, damn you don't. Because anyone who felt like Mona was still in the, I'm like, do you not pay attention? She not in that. No. But she has a hand because she gets paid because it was her creation. So again, her saying handled to me just meant it got handled. It was handled. And she didn't say anything other than because Erica was let go. So Erica Mena, who just refuses to accept what she did, got her these results, commented and saying, so Mona Scott, you're saying that fake of your post you wasn't you handling anything, just you desperately trying to save face, just like the network is. Got it. I've never seen somebody who does something and gets the consequences of her actions try to deflect as if she ain't did nothing. As if Mona lying, as if Mona put up handled like she was saying, I personally went to Eric and fired her. No, but it got handled. In my opinion, Erica deserved getting fired. I feel like even now that she is so gung-ho to be just repetitively ignorant of her actions, it's her own fault. And she gets on my damn nerves. Okay? Y'all, finally, 27 years later, police have arrested Dwayne Keefe, is it Keefe D. Davis, in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Y'all, I remember when the news came out that Tupac was shot back in 96 in September. I also remember when the news came on the radio that he died, because that's how we got news back in the day. Okay. And this has been an unsolved mystery for so long because it was like a public thing, it was a drive-by shooting and all these things. And there were always these conspiracies from all the way back then. And the fact that he was killed in 1996 and it is 2023. And they finally arrested somebody in the murder. I was like, that. Look, Tupac, I always say, I feel like you have to be alive when somebody was alive to get the impact they had on the world. And when Tupac, now at 41, I can't even believe that back then Tupac was only in his 20s. Like, that is insane to me because nowadays, when we have these young, people who be acting like they, so grown, and Tupac died at 25. And we had never experienced anybody like dying like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? When rappers and artists die, like when Tupac died, when Biggie died, when Lisa Left Lopez died, when Aaliyah died, those are like formative years in my brain because they all died so young. But Pac literally, because he died at 25. So for about 5 years at 20, you know what I'm saying? Him start with Digital Underground and just going further. Like, him dying at 25 is insane to me because of how grown he seemed back then. I don't think even back then we didn't even discuss how old people were at all. Like, it wasn't a conversation about that at all. So it's insane. And even now in current days, how it's always somebody dying. Like, it's always something, child, getting killed or whatever. And the fact that back then it was a real life who shot Pac, who shot Biggie, you know what I'm saying? Hey, who shot Jam Master Jay? Okay. For them to have finally arrested somebody who was literally in connection with, he was in the car when they did it. Let me read now. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, again arrested in the connection to Tupac's murder. And the thing twist, now the press conference, I found it, but it was on Facebook. It was too long to cut down or whatever. I left it be. But it says in the same twist, Las Vegas police have arrested a man in connection to the murder of Tupac. I'm like, Lord Jesus. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who has been the subject of suspicion for years over his involvement in Tupac's death, was taken into custody. Girl, I'm like, 20, Lord Jesus, okay? It said Davis has previously admitted to being in the vehicle with the shooter when the shots were fired at Tupac on September 13, 1996. Tupac and Suge. Though he has always stopped short of naming the person who pulled the trigger, it's stupid. Now, yeah, he had been on Vlad. Let me see. He had been on Vlad saying this and saying that, saying this and saying that, trying to be arrested. As if he was it's stupid. Also done for keeping the evidence in his house. I'm happy they finally have it because he's like the last living person, to be arrested. They also brought up how it was kind of ordered. I feel like they mentioned the Southside Crip gang had something to do with it too. But like everybody who was involved allegedly, is no longer here. And he's the last like living person who can be held liable for the murder. Now I'm like, it was just stupid. Okay. Fool wrote a book. Okay. He wrote a book in 2019, Compton Street Legend. It's a David detailed Shakur's final moments saying Pac made an erratic move and began to reach receipts. It was the first and only time in my life that I could relate to the police command, keep your hands where you can see them. Like, who is stupid? Dumb. Idiotic. Listen.
A Clark County grand jury has indicted Dwayne Keith Davis with 1 count of open murder with use of a deadly weapon with a gang enhancement. Davis will appear in court in the next few days or so for a hearing to determine his custody status and to set a jury trial date. This grand jury has been receiving evidence for months and has determined there is sufficient evidence to justify the filing of this criminal indictment. I've assigned two of my top prosecutors, Mark DiGiacomo and Banu Palal, to prosecute this case. I know a lot of people have been watching and waiting for this day. Tupac Shakur is a music legend, and for a long time, this community and worldwide have been wanting justice for Tupac. Today, we are taking that first step. Tupac was actually quoted as saying, "Death is not the greatest loss in life. The greatest loss is what dies inside while still alive. Never surrender." Well, we didn't surrender thanks to the great work of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department under the leadership of Sheriff Kevin McMahill.
They like, we got him. That was a look. This is a mugshot. This dude mugshot. So this is the dude Keith. Like, is it this Keith? Keith D? I'm like Keithy. Okay, but he was dumb to be around here talking about it. That's just stupid. It don't make no sense at all. I fully believe the trigger person probably ain't here no more at all. Okay. It's just I never understand. You should never want clout on social media and thinking it won't get you arrested. Because as we see, it did. Okay. And they always say people go on Vlad and they get to talking and then they get to getting arrested. And this is what happened to him. So again, go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Okay. Because when that stuff happened back then, the whole East Coast, West Coast rivalry that happened was crazy. Like the arguments, the fussing back and forth and all that stuff. Like it was an insane time to even witness it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, current time today, folks need to quit fake arguing and fake beefing because shit can get real out here. Okay? Real. Okay? Let's move on because we have to do. Let's do Bishop. No, I'll do Bishop Robbery last. Let's get into NeNe and this lady. Okay? NeNe was around here, being interviewed by Bethany on Bethany's podcast. Let me pull up my little notes. It was a 2-part interview. Now I'm like, first of all, Bethany is boring. And I feel like NeNe don't even realize Bethany is using her for her own plot, her own agenda. Because the fact, the fact that I feel like part 1 of the interview was boring. Not because of NeNe, but because of Bethany. Bethany was like, I'm like, we don't need to get to know NeNe. I feel like we all know NeNe. So, in my opinion, let me add a little thing. In my opinion, I meant to add a smaller thing so I can be on camera. It's okay. In my opinion, like NeNe's former life as a stripper, her growing up, where she was born, I'm like, we all know that stuff. So for me, it was weird that Bethany was like having to get to know NeNe in the interview. Like, you don't know things about NeNe? So it was boring. Also, Bethany, I don't like her interview style. She's like chaotic. Like, she has this aggressive interview style to where she's kind of pushing her narrative on you. Like, I need you to get my point, and I need you to agree with me because this is my thing. And I felt like she kept trying to lead NeNe to the water and make a drink. Meaning she kept trying to lead NeNe to agree with how she saw things. And I'm like, I also want her to shut up, because sometimes NeNe would be talking and Bethany would like kind of, start talking. And I was like, I didn't like Bethany. And with interviews, in my opinion, you are supposed to be very much so. You want to make the person comfortable to be open and honest in an interview. And Bethany was like very intrusive. Like Bethany seemed like a person who talks like she talks too close to you. Like she comes right up in your face and talks. Like she seemed like a line stepper. Okay. Like she invades my personal space. That's how she comes off, in my opinion. And I'm like, why did NeNe want to do this? Now, I also commented on my thing and I said, I don't understand why NeNe is going to so many other people's platforms and not making her own. NeNe could literally have her own podcast, her own YouTube channel. She could have all of that. And she just refuses to do the work. And you are now up here talking to Bethany, who, in my opinion, is kind of using you against Andy because you already burnt them bridges. Because at one point in the beginning of the interview, NeNe was talking about how, Greg was like a regular working executive who he did well financially. So it wasn't like they were broke. They had money. But for season 1 of the Housewives, because, he was a regular working guy, but you then had like Lisa Wu, Sheree and Deshaun, whose husbands were like athletes, whatever. So she's like, I felt like an underdog. When Bethany said, so you felt poor? I was like, bitch, poor? That ain't what she said. How you poor? Well, I'm like, she's telling you they had the money, but the status of it, when she said, you felt poor? I was like, who the fuck said that? From that moment right there, I was like, Bethany is playing in NeNe's face, and NeNe, she don't even see it. Because why would you ask her if she felt poor? Even though they weren't poor. She wasn't saying that Deshaun, Lisa Wu, or Sheree had more money. She said their husbands were athletes. And, they had that status. Whereas me and Greg was an executive who had done very well for herself. But, I was like, girl, first I would say, bitch, what you mean? Some furniture would have been moved. You hear me? Now, NeNe started talking about how, because look, it was a 2-part interview. It was a 2-part interview. Both parts was like at least an hour and a half, if not more. So I'm not going over all that shit. Okay, I have like 8 clips for us to discuss. That's it. Because I can't do it, okay? And I hope I don't get flagged. I don't think I should. Where's the first one? Okay. So they were talking about sustaining friendships or relationships on the show. And Bethany was talking like Bethany kept trying to I'm trying to pick my words wisely. In my opinion, Bethany tried to push her agenda of Bravo forcing people to do things onto what NeNe's issues were. Because NeNe's talking about holding relationships or whatever and on the show. And Bethany like, oh yeah, because they're forced. I'm like, what? So listen to this part. Let me see if I can find it. Boom. Boom.
Think you can sustain a friendship or a relationship on reality TV? A healthy relationship? You guys have to be very, very strong. What about friendships? Can you have a really strong friendship? No way, right? No way. I agree. I don't believe that you can. I don't care how strong you are in your friendship. The weakest link is the one they're gonna get.
But it's like, is she taking a dig at Cynthia? Because she always calls Cynthia the weakest link. I'm just wondering.
I always say they can't get me. Well,
the weakest link, they will.
It's also that, they'll always get the weakest links, but also that many times it feels really strong because, like I said, you're in battle together and you feel like, and all you talk, you notice you have friends on the show, all you talk about is the show. Next time we're going to do the show, that scene we just did, that scene we're going to do, the press came out, the reunion. It's all you talk about.
You know the thing with me and my friendship, like I could give you an example, like for Marlo, for example.
She's still a friend?
We're still friends.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're friends, but the friendship is different now that she is a housewife on the show.
While she's on and you're off.
Yeah, and I'm off.
yeah.
So it seems like, kind of like we're not friends.
She doesn't really want to talk to you about anything that's going on because the producers are telling her not to tell you anything.
And lots of...
And like, Bethany was talking fast, so that's just what it is. Bethany trying to push the narrative that, so Marlo won't talk to you because production told her not to talk to you. And I was like, even though that's not what NeNe said, but that's what Bethany feel happened, and then NeNe, well, yeah. Like, I'm like, NeNe don't get, she's being kind of, or she may believe it, I don't know. But NeNe being kind of pushed to have this thought process. I'm like, girl, she's playing you.
Be friendly with me.
So there's like a big elephant in the room with half the things she's talking about.
But I have to say, when we were on the show together, we were friends, and she knew that she wasn't my puppet or whatever it is, and they would say things like, you're kissing NeNe's ass and da-da-da-da, and she knew that wasn't happening, but somehow they got into her head, and she was like, everybody thinks that I'm like kissing your ass, and I'm not kissing your, and so she wanted to be like her own person or something, her own whatever, I don't know.
The audience doesn't understand that it's designed for drama. So, like, if something's designed for drama and you put a bunch of people together in a very stressful situation, alcohol always sounds like a great idea. You ever, like, how thirsty would you be? Like, you're thirsty and you're drinking alcohol. It seems like a great idea. You get wasted. You say something stupid. You say something else stupid. You can't stop down. You're in your head about it. You know 6 months from now you're going to live it. And it's a perpetual state of stress. You get home. You get back in the car from a scene. You talk to a producer who tells you whatever you want to hear, but you're hearing.
You see how Bethany is, like, dominating the conversation and making it be something else? Like, who brought up drinking? Where'd that come from? And I feel like even NeNe saying, well, Marlo wanted to fight with me because other folks felt like she was my lapdog. I'm like, I think Marlo just wanted some attention. But they're all blaming the show, not just the people who are on the show.
The opposite thing from the other person because they're being told whatever they want to hear by a producer, and you do it all over again for the name of fame and money, which is why people are on antidepressants and anti-anxiety.
Well, who are antidepressants? Where'd that come from? Again, Bethany keeps putting in her 2 cents, and it's not what NeNe talking about.
I think also it just depends on, they're definitely being told, like, if you have a friend on the show, like, you need to get out of her ass and go be friends with this person. They kind of, I don't know. There's just no way possible to have a friendship and be on these shows.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a whiteboard in an office. Have you seen the whiteboards? There's a whiteboard in an office that says this.
Bethany again changing the narrative, and NeNe sounds like she's too confused to say what she wants to say because Bethany is saying something different. And so NeNe sounds confused.
I should go with this one, and then they got to go talk about that. And you're in the car, and they're reminding you, make sure you tell NeNe. You don't want to invite her to your party. And then you get out, and you have your marching orders, but they've told NeNe, make sure you tell Bethany she slept with a younger man. And everybody's got their, and then you come out, and we're battling. And you're paranoid, and it's a state of anxiety. You're constantly battling. You got to be winning, or you got to be killing, or you're getting killed. It's what's going on.
And to be honest with you, I don't even think it has to be that way.
No,
I don't really think that it probably would be better if everybody just went. I mean, you may need a little direction, but I don't feel like they have to do that.
Well, maybe a little direction. It's a different animal now because it's also competitive.
It is.
So I think that the arc in the entire franchise, and by the way, I explained that the franchise is like a Dunkin' Donuts franchise. Each store is managed differently.
So that's the fact that she's like, Bethany know each show is ran differently. But Bethany wants to make it seem like, well, Bravo production is trying to cause this drama-filled show, and it's all their fault. Even though each season, each show, each cast is treated differently. And I'm like, but will you ever treat it differently, Bethany?
Atlanta has a different management team, and that franchise could be nice and perfect, and New York could be sloppy and dirty. Like, everybody thinks it's like one group just producing it. It's not. It's different little production companies that are producing, and that's a different franchisee. So I say that they're all different, but there are many similarities, and many of the producers go from one to the other. They're like a traveling circus that go and move around. And their job is And the thing is, I talk about this, and we're about to get into the reality reckoning, but then it's the upside down, because what's celebrated on reality TV, if you tell someone to go fuck themselves and you out them and you say something and it's really explosive and it's going to change the season, you get rewarded in every other area of your life. And what we're teaching our kids to do in any other world, that would not be okay. So,
but that happens on all the shows. I feel like all the people on all the shows has been rewarded for good and bad behavior. That includes Bethany and also NeNe. That includes Lisa Rinna and also Kenya. That includes what's the white girl name on Erica Jane and Marlo. Marlo acted a complete ass and got a whole peach. It's not just one way. A lot of people on all the franchises have been rewarded for bad behavior, or just rewarded for just not nice behavior.
If Jane drinks 12 margaritas and she's an alcoholic and she went off the wagon, the cameras come flying in and the producers are high-fiving because Jane fucking went off the wagon, which is all they've been waiting for her to do anyway.
Yeah.
So again, let's make it seem like, so now the production wants to create alcoholics. Let's not say, well, maybe Jane just shouldn't have been drinking. Let's say production has been waiting for the alcoholic to fall off the wagon. I'm like, okay.
So when people...
Bethany's pushing this agenda, and she's using NeNe to get it out there, because interviewing NeNe gets a lot of eyes on this podcast. I did not even know Bethany had a podcast, but I feel like she felt like if I get NeNe on here, things I say will start being said in all the blogs, and then my clan works.
People say no one ever forced anyone to drink alcohol. That's true. But by having it everywhere and by people being sleep deprived and stressed and it being, it being celebrated, it's an environment prone to drinking, screaming, shouting, stressing, sleep deprivation. Yeah.
And nothing Bethany's saying has anything to do with NeNe talking about having friendships, relationships on the show. That's Bethany giving talking points to this lawsuit they want to file against Bravo and against Andy. And NeNe don't even get, she's using you.
Yeah, I've never been told to drink alcohol. I personally like alcohol.
So Bethany trying to make it seem as if, she's like, no, I like drinking. Like, no one has never forced me to drink. But Bethany was trying to push that narrative.
They don't have to tell me. I'm just gonna thank you. Oh, we gotta drink.
But don't you feel like you drank more doing it? Because I did.
Probably.
I mean,
I learned because you learn. As time goes. I've definitely been drunk on camera before, but you do learn as time go on. Like I was like, we're doing a scene today. Okay, so I need to be very conscious, honey. I will not have a drink. I will have the drink. I'll sip out of it. I need to be very conscious. So you learn. As you stay on the show, you learn how to do it. Some people don't. Some people need a drink to take the edge off.
No, that's fair. I often did. I thought it was a good idea. You and I are both, we played the game very, very well, and we watched, just like two athletes watching each other's team play. I'm sure you've watched me play. Yeah. I'm sure I definitely watched you play. And then
which I think is bullshit, because half the time Bethany did not know much about NeNe. She kept saying, "Oh, you should strip." Did someone out you for strip? She's like, "No, I talked about it." I'm like, how did you not know that NeNe talked about stripping on the show? Like, that was a whole thing. Okay. So they went from that conversation to NeNe Closetgate, allegedly, hitting the cameraman and that. Let's get into that part.
I don't know why it was such a big thing. This is let me tell you about that day. So the day before, my husband was admitted to the hospital with cancer. I said to the producers, I don't think I should, shoot this scene. We were doing what we call a bi-wig party, meaning everybody must take out their wigs and their extensions and come with your own natural hair. So that was a party I was throwing.
I remember.
Yep. And my husband just got admitted to the hospital. We were really down about Greg going to the hospital. He had cancer. They just told us that he has cancer. He'd been going back and forth. Yeah, he'd been going back and forth, and we didn't know what he had, right? So they admitted him. I told production, I don't think I should have this party. Well,
I don't think we knew at the time that Greg had cancer. I don't think that came out till later on. But now knowing that during that time that was going on, that may explain why NeNe was a bit batshit crazy.
People gone home to having the party because it was an all-cast scene. And they already planned for all the girls to be at my house for this particular scene, right? And so I was like, I don't think this is a good thing. They said, do it. I called Greg. I want to know how he felt. Can I go ahead and do this thing? Because they're really pushing me to do it. He said, fine, do it. I said, we all have a producer that's assigned to us, right? And I say to my producer, listen, you guys can film. I just don't want anybody to go into my closet, right? They promised me no one would go into my closet. And I'm telling you,
Because you said it. Because you said don't touch, like to a little kid, don't touch that cookie.
They told those girls to do it.
Now, I feel like NeNe said, I did not want anyone in my closet. I told them, do not go in my closet. I feel like that's a weird request because if you're having a party downstairs, why would anyone go upstairs in your bedroom into your closet? That's really, really weird. Because if we notice on these shows, at least back then, most of the time, no one really shot scenes with other casts in their bedrooms. You may see a person shoot that with their child, with their spouse, maybe with a sister, but we rarely seen, at least on Housewives of Atlanta, we rarely seen them shooting, huge cast scenes in the closet for someone to say, hey, don't shoot in my bedroom closet. Don't go in there. If I recall, it was NeNe who went upstairs to her room with I forgot, maybe with Marlo, and because they all kind of one by one went up there, I'm like, you took them to your bedroom. So I find it weird that she feel like, well, bravo, mother told somebody to go in my closet because I said don't. I'm like, now that's just weird to me because why would they even go upstairs to your room?
And they were telling them to do it at a time when they also knew that I was at my lowest at that point. They knew that Greg was in the hospital with cancer, and they knew that, honestly, we probably shouldn't have done that all-cast scene at my house.
Mm-hmm.
My husband is in the hospital with freaking cancer dying. Like, why are we still doing this scene? Who doesn't care about how I'm feeling right now? The craziest thing is after that whole scene happened, I get a call. Do you think you want to take a couple days off? No, bitch, I should have took a couple days off before the scene.
Now I got to clean up a mess I just made.
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad as it looked. I think they tried to make it look bad, but it wasn't that bad. So the guy who had the camera is a big-ass guy, right? And I grabbed his T-shirt, but the way they put it out to the world made it look as if I did something to him, like if I beat him or hit him. I never hit anybody ever since I've been on the show as a housewife from day one to this day. I never hit anyone. It was all of these reports about she hit the camera guy, and then there were reports about she fought Kim. Okay,
Where?
roll the
She didn't fight Kim on camera.
footage, please. They don't have it.
It was in that van that they were saying it, right? It was like you were in some van going somewhere. I remember, but I can't. Yeah, the only physical thing I can ever remember was the weave pull on the street.
And that wasn't me.
No, I know.
I always got in
Sheree
trouble
and Kim,
for
right?
that. It was Sheree and Kim, but people always said it was me.
Really?
People would always say, you pulled Kim's wig, you did. I said, I never had a physical altercation on the show. Now, the other thing is, I felt like it was so blown out of proportion with the camera guy when there was so many. This is where I think that we get different treatment and there's just a difference in how we're treated because there's so many girls that are doing things. You had Teresa flipping a table. You had Teresa pushing Andy down.
And all of that happened in season 1.
Had girls busting glasses. You got people doing all kinds of stuff. But me grabbing the camera guy's shirt.
Interesting. I didn't think of it that way.
They act as if it was so freaking major. Do you know this guy never said one thing to camera guy?
I don't know about that anymore.
This day.
To this day.
Like he wasn't that big of a deal to him.
No.
And he would have sued, by the way. If it
Yes,
was
he didn't even care. He was over there laughing. He didn't care about it.
And come on, she's making it seem like what happened didn't happen. They kept bringing up her and Portia because Portia was pregnant at that time with PJ. So it's like she's still trying to change the narrative and make it seem as if they've always had this vendetta against me. They always try to make me look bad. They've always tried to make me look stupid or make me look like I was aggressive or make me look like I was, attacking somebody. I'm like, Kim was the one who said you hit her, not Bravo. Kim said that. Portia and then was saying that you grabbed Portia and tried to push Portia out of the way and she was pregnant. And you moved the cameraman. So it's like she's moving the goalpost.
Everybody was talking about it like I had really done something. And I was like, this is crazy. They elevate. I personally think when the brown girls do something, it is much more elevated than when you nice vanilla looking girls are doing something.
Not vanilla looking, and I think this is the thing about this. There's a difference between social media, people watching the show feeling some kind of way, and production feeling some kind of way. I feel like everybody on all the and I'm not saying that we haven't seen times where things seem unfair for the black girls. I'm not saying that, but I am saying we have seen across the board on all the shows, things have happened and people did not get in trouble. Case in point, when on Married to Medicine, season 1, when Mariah and Toya got into a fist fight at a party full of doctors, Mariah nor Toya, to our knowledge, got in any trouble. They both were back the following season. When Portia attacked Kenya, like Portia kind of didn't go away. When Portia and Cynthia got into the fight on the boat, Portia nor Cynthia went away. I feel like there are examples of when things have happened on the black show that we just kept watching. When Monique and Candace got into a fight, you know, they didn't fire Monique. They want her to come back. So I feel like when NeNe makes these accusations, like every time anything happens that the black girls do, they always get in trouble. But when a white girl do it, nothing happens. When Teresa flipped that table in season 1, people were shocked. When she was trying to get to somebody and Andy tried to grab her and she pushed Andy, that was a conversational moment. It was. But I don't feel like all these instances that she's talking about are like, okay, the black girls always get in trouble. It's like, what? No. Because we've seen things the black girls done and have not got in trouble at all.
You know, right.
When Kenya pulled Kim Field's chair and was fucking with Kim Field, we was pissed about that. We were. So I'm not saying we haven't seen unfairness over the years in one place or the other, but it's not relegated to all the time. Anytime we black girls do anything, we get in so much trouble, because that's just not true. Now, people's commentary and comments from social media and viewers, that's one thing. But we have not seen production penalize anybody. But when NeNe started getting a little bit too NeNe-ish, I think they tried to make us sit down somewhere.
I don't feel like it's the same. Those girls are over there pulling each other's wigs off, bursting glasses, pushing each other. Like, we don't push each other. I certainly
You're
don't
saying
want
it's
to push
heightened,
me.
and
It is.
So when you read all of that, which you've read a million things, but when you're reading all that, how do you receive it? How are you in dealing with the bad press? And like when you're going, do you take? I feel like you take the bait. I feel like you comment a lot, and I feel like you talk. A lot of times I hear you like talking about like some other girl that was on the show with you, and I'm like, why is she talking about that person? Just giving that person air. Why even bother like responding to every? Like you're trying to kill every bug in Manhattan sometimes.
I think in the beginning, you kind of respond because you don't know what else to do. And then as time goes on and seasons roll by, your skin gets thicker and thicker.
Right.
And you learn to, girl, I'm not responding to that. I'm only helping you. I wish I would respond to that. Or I might respond to this. I think you get more strategic on when to respond and when not to respond. And besides, my skin is very thick. So, you know.
No, but like if you were on Carlos King, and I forgot who it was, but he's asking you about specific people, and you're talking about those specific people, and you know they're going to come back, and you're going to live 3 more weeks of press when they say the thing back to you. And
Bethany calling NeNe out of her bullshit was crazy to me. Bethany talking about, well, no, you can't say it from before because on Carlos' show, you were commenting about people on Carlos' show a couple weeks ago. So that ain't. But I also, again, NeNe be full of shit, but Bethany's also playing in that lady face. Okay, she's playing in NeNe face, and I wish a bitch would. And NeNe she don't even see it. She don't even get it. It's as if she don't even care. It's stupid to me. Now, they were talking a little bit more, whatever. So they got on NeNe leaving the show. And Bethany said, well, I had heard that you were offered like a lot of money to do like 7 to 10 episodes, but you said no one left the show. And she was like, no, that's not what happened. NeNe said in the end of season 12, she was offered 6 episodes for season 13. And that she at first was upset, but her team and Greg said you should take it because you give great TV. And once they give you 6 episodes, it's going to turn into 10, 12 because of what you do. So take the 6 and you'll probably get more. Is something on my screen? Y'all can't hear me or something? Or is they stuff messed up? If you can't hear or see me, let me know. Because I can still see me on my stuff. So I don't know if it's some kind of glitch. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hey, you guys, sir. Thank you. I can, okay, good. Okay, cool. Good. Honey, Lord Jesus, people, if ever you come in something wrong, refresh first. Don't be scaring me. Lord Jesus. Anyway, NeNe went into saying how she was going to take the 6 episodes because it was what it was, but she felt like she was being phased out. They kept trying to push her out, give her less and less and less over the past couple seasons, and that she did not know why. They kept telling her, oh, it's because you seem unhappy. You're unhappy, you're unhappy, you're unhappy. Okay? She said, but all the other all the other white OGs on the other franchise shows were getting full season episodes, but she was the only person who was an OG who was getting less and less and less and less and less and less and less. And I was like, but that ain't true, in my opinion, because Lisa Vanderpump was gone. Vicky was gone. There were a few other OGs who had already left the show and were done. So the only OGs who really left was really just Kyle on Beverly Hills and Teresa on Jersey. And in my opinion, right, NeNe did feel and seem unhappy. The fans were complaining about how she felt like it seemed like she ain't gonna be there. So she then was speaking about why it mattered. That had happened in 2020 because the season of all of that was when COVID first hit. So their reunion was virtual. Okay. This is NeNe talking about why, because of Black Lives Matter, it mattered to keep her as a Black woman on Atlanta Housewives, as if they fired all the other Black girls.
Housewives on their shows, all white women, and they're all given full episodes. And I'm the only Black original on my show, and I was given less. I'm given 6, they're all given 18. Why? And the only answer you can give me is you to tell me that I am unhappy. How do you know I'm unhappy? Are you inside of my body?
Well, how can you negotiate with them when they're demoting you and you're trying to get a certain amount of money, but they have all the leverage? Like, what was that whole experience like? Like, what's going on?
And they keep talking about how Bravo had all this leverage. And it's weird because NeNe forever had talked about how much power she had, how she was the HBIC. And it's kind of sad now to realize NeNe had been lying. Because if you were the HBIC, if you were the person who built up Bravo, it should not have been so easy for them to basically throw you away. If you had all this power, if you were so close with Andy, I just feel like, well, who was lying? Because at what point do we not recognize, well, somebody is not being for real? Because how is she being pushed out, phased out, and she had no idea, and she had no power with anybody in the whole network?
The experience of when I got the call to say,
what season was that?
Like 3 seasons ago?
It was season 12. It was season 12.
13 or something, somewhere like that. I forget
like
what it was.
13, I think.
I don't remember.
12.
Okay, so
12. I feel like This was a very important time in Black lives. It was Black Lives Matter movement.
And not bring in Black Lives Matter.
I'm an original housewife. I should be there. This is an important time. And I was basically told, flat out told, we need you to sit out this season, is what I was told.
But that's like what they did with Dorinda with a pause. She was drinking a lot the season before. She seemed, I guess, very angry, and she was unhinged, and so they, like, give her a pause. There are these arbitrary decisions that are like, you're now a friend, you're off, then you come back in. Like, it's very, it's the realm, the head of the realm, Oz, and I guess Oz is Andy and Bravo, are moving all the pieces around in the franchise and deciding that Ramon is now a friend, Luann's a friend, but you get to come back in. Phaedra, you did something terrible and said that Candy was
But what did I
drugged,
do
and then you
terrible?
get
I need to see what that was.
Phaedra?
No, me.
Oh, no, I'm saying, but that's how I'm seeing that, like, they're moving all these pieces on the chessboard, so right now you're a chess piece, and you're being moved out. It's your turn to sit.
And even her bringing up Phaedra accused a co-worker of something horrendous as a rumor, and then never spoke about it. That's why Phaedra's gone. Period.
Out this round. So you said, no, I'm not coming back at all. I'm done. I'm out.
The final decision came. I said I was going to take the 6 episodes, is what I said.
You did.
In the end, I said I'm going to go ahead and take it, right?
Was that because of finances? What was that reason?
Not for finances, I don't think. At that time, no. It was because my team was saying do it. My husband was saying, you're great. When you get on the show, your 6th episode will probably turn into 10 or 15 because, you're great. You're going to be great. You're going to be fine.
But that must feel very sad for you. Like, started it and you're like NeNe Leakes and you're very popular and everyone loves you, and now you're being demoted and like you're in the corner.
I think I didn't understand why it was happening. And in the end, the reason I made the decision that I'm not going to be able to take these 6 episodes, it was during the Black Lives Matter movement. I got on the phone with the executives, and they wanted me to come for Candy, is what they said. They wanted we want you to get Candy.
Not they want her to get Candy. I mean, look, I feel like NeNe and Candy's beef, which it started from season 2, the fact that she's saying production wanted her to go after Candy, it don't make sense to me. Because if they trying to phase you out, why would they then use you to get at Candy? That don't make no sense at all. So certain stuff, I'm like, girl, I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe it came from production. Not saying somebody was in her ears and you should go to Candy, but I'm like, was that a production plan?
And what does that mean?
Get her. I mean,
but what was their reasoning and what did they have on her?
I don't know.
She's the idolized.
I think we had maybe some issues, maybe the season prior to, and they wanted me to make sure that I confront her and I address her and all that stuff. And I said, no, I really don't want to do that. This is Black Lives Matter, and I don't want to do that.
It was Black Lives Matter. I don't want to do that. Girl, okay.
And I didn't do it. I felt like it was Black Lives Matter. I should have been there. They were trying to push me out of time that was very important in the Black culture. And also they wanted me to appear. If I appeared that season, they needed me to argue with Candy. And that was not something I wanted to do.
So you made the decision to leave the show. And how long after that did you, I don't know the story. I guess you sued them, you sent them papers. What happened after that? What were you doing? Were you still acting? Like, what was that moment? You're off the show. What are you doing now?
There was a lot going on.
It was during the pandemic, right?
During the pandemic.
Okay.
There was a lot going on. I was trying to have conversations like with the executives, or I wanted to talk through like, why was this happening? Why did all these things happen to me? There were a lot of things happening that you just don't know about.
And she never quite say what else was happening. Look, because at this point, NeNe get on my nerves. I feel like the whole interview with Bethany was stupid. Because it was, I have like 6 other clips, but I don't care. Because I just feel like NeNe sat there and she kind of did not say anything that we haven't heard before. Because she always said the same thing. And I felt like, okay, it's going to be NeNe and Bethany. We'll get some more information. She'll talk about stuff we don't know. It may be some Bravo chat, but the whole time of them talking, the different stuff she said, it always felt like she just keeps saying they were demoting me, giving me less episodes. I didn't know why. They was not doing it to the white people. Bethany kept on saying, well, you know, it's because of production wanted to have this narrative. And I'm like, honey, I don't even care no more. And I feel like the fact that NeNe keep going on other folks' platforms and not making her own is crazy to me. And even them still been talking about how Andy, you know, when NeNe said, you know, I don't think I was like good friends with Andy because my good friends, I've been to their houses and I've never been to Andy's house. And when Bethany then said, well, I went to his house after for a party. I'm like, she keep playing in NeNe's face, and NeNe just not getting it. Yeah, she also brought up how she picked a show called Ebony and Ivory, where her and NeNe is on like a camper truck or like a trailer or whatever, going from state to state. But that got, you know, they would not let her do it, and she didn't know why. And are you blackballed? And NeNe, y'all haven't worked. NeNe said she hasn't really had like any real work since, you know, she left the show. And she feel like Bravo or somebody from Bravo blacklisted her and called other people to get her put off here. And I'm like, girl, no. And the only thing in the work, what value did NeNe got this? Honey, nothing. Because all of the comments I've seen on the thing of her interview it was a bunch of bullshit. It was a bunch of bullshit. And I feel like when Bethany said, how do you not know that once you sued Bravo and NBC, other network was like, they just didn't want to touch you because of what you were doing with Bravo. And she said, because I'm talented. I'm great. I'm an actress. I sing. I dance. And I'm like, no one, there are many talented people who no one wants to touch because of the chaos that comes with them. And when somebody's in the middle of suing the network they worked for 13 years, some folk don't want to deal with that. That's the difference. She don't even want to recognize some people do not want to work with somebody who they can visually see. They can see you. They can see you on interviews, on social media, dragging NBC, dragging Bravo, dragging Andy. And some folk don't want to deal with that. But NeNe feels like, well, no. Bravo blackballed me. Bravo, you know, called other stations and told them don't hire me. And that's the only reason why I have not got any jobs recently. She's like, I got that one little job, you know, when she was on College Hill. And she's like, I recently got an endorsement. The endorsement must be from that the Poise Fast things. But I'm like, you have been on this consistent defense of your own self, but attacking Bravo in the same breath. And so other networks just don't want no parts of it. I feel like Bravo, maybe, you know, Bravo NBC probably did not have to make many phone calls because they can see what's going on social media. Yes, networks see her as a liability. And no one wants to hire a liability at all. And at one point, Bethany brought up how NeNe will always brag about how she was a housewife who had been on Watch What Happens Live the most. Like that being her calling card as how close she is with Andy. And I was like, girl, and she did. And I'm like, NeNe did not even get, in most parts, Bethany was calling her out for stuff that she did too. It's just stupid. And it's dumb. And I'm not saying that I'm not, look, let me be clear. You hate NeNe. I don't. And I'm not saying that nothing happens with NeNe, but I need NeNe to get off of this Groundhog's Day conversation. Because when Bethany asked her, well, what do you want? Like, would you want to go back and work for them again? And I can't say that. Then what do you want? Well, I can't say it here. What the fuck are you here for? Why are you here? Like, even her saying, well, I want more fairness. I think we should have a union. You know, I'm like, girl, at some point in the conversation where they bring up how other housewives have left the show and been able to come back to the show, I'm like, because they didn't sue the network. They didn't go on a public tirade against the network. So yes, a lot of folks have came back. But some of them came back because they didn't burn the bridge. And when Bethany said, you burnt the bridge. Well, I don't think that's true. Like, she don't even want to comprehend that she burned the bridge to ever come back. She think, well, no, I don't think you did. And that's why no other network really calls you, because all she's done recently was just the College Hill thing. And when Bethany asked her, like, is she worried about money? She's like, well, no. She said, luckily, I invested very wisely, so I'm okay. I'm okay money wise, but had I not invested, I would have been fucked. And I was like, you had to get a job. I don't want NeNe interviewing with anybody else. I do not want to see NeNe back doing any kind of interview unless it is on her own platform. I want her to be that on a podcast, on her own YouTube channel. Like, why are you not interviewing other housewives? Why are you not interviewing Phaedra? Interviewing Mariah? Interviewing other people from Bravo who can come talk to you? Build your own thing. But she lazy, in my opinion. NeNe is talented. No one taking that from her. But she don't want to do the work on her own. She does not want to build. And because Bethany said, well, this is my podcast. This is my platform. Like, I'm not hired by anybody else. And NeNe won't do that. And that's stupid. That's dumb. Okay? So, lastly, let's get to Bishop Robbery. Okay? Quickly. Now, y'all know the church got robbed, but there's one person who is still at large for the robbery. Okay? And he has some things to say about that. Now, this is only about, I think, like 10 minutes long, so that should not be that much. Okay? And whatnot. But y'all take one little second, y'all, and like the video. Because y'all know liking is the thing to do. Bishop Robbery won't leave us alone, y'all. For no reason other than I think he wants some attention. So y'all know when he come around here and talk a little bit, we have conversations about him too. So again, the third man who allegedly, robbed Bishop and his wife, because I keep telling y'all he did not rob the church. Bishop wants y'all help. Okay. Bishop Robbery wants y'all to help him find this man who was wanted for the robbery of the thing. Okay. What's this man's name? He say his name around here. He gonna say it, but let's listen.
I want to give you guys a quick update on,
the last, well, I want to talk about the cowards that robbed my church, but there's one still at large. And I've been really silent on it, on that situation, letting the law enforcement, do what they say that they were going to do. And now it's been a year and almost
Is he counting?
a year and 4 months. And, they are still actively looking for him. His name is Shamar Leggett.
Shamar Leggett. Shamar Leggett.
Shamar Leggett. I'm going to post him every single day.
You could have been doing that the whole time.
I'm going to post him every single day, and I need y'all to help me.
No.
I need y'all to help me.
I am not in support of anybody robbing anybody. I'm not in support of anybody getting away with robbery. I'm not a cop.
Put the word out. Put his face out. I want y'all to help me. Whether if it's only 3 of you, 4 of you, I want y'all to help me put this dude's face out. The last person that is still at large. He's been at large for over a year now. And you know how you guys ridiculed me. You guys said I set the robbery up.
We did not say that. Yes, this is from yesterday. What's weird to me is Bishop Robbery is always saying how famous he is, how much attention he gets, how everybody be using his name for clout, how folks has been getting millions of dollars talking about him. But you can tell me nobody has talked about the person who was at large still? Your name ain't ringing bells in these streets? I thought you said that the streets, rock with you. Okay? Ain't that what you said? The streets got your back? But they ain't helping you find the robber? Okay.
Guys said that the only reason why he's still at large is because I planned it and all this other nonsense. And these 3 men that robbed my church turned my life upside down. But I thank God that God turns the negatives into a positive. So his name is Shamar Leggett. And let me tell you guys something, all right? He has more robberies now. Because, he on the run. He was on parole.
Mm-hmm.
So he has a parole warrant. He has an arrest warrant, multiple arrest warrants now. And I'm telling you guys that this boy, Shamar Leggett, he has no type of morals. This is the man that put the gun in my wife's face and in my daughter's face when she was 8 months old. And he put the gun in the back of my head. And he robbed the church. He has no morals. And he's actually actively robbing people.
If you know he's actively robbing other people, how was he not caught? How was he not caught? He couldn't wait. Look, it ain't even cold enough for that sweater. It ain't. But maybe the air because I'm in a hoodie, so I don't know. Couldn't wait to put on that damn sweater. It's just a little bit weird because I feel like if people know he robbing other people, how he keep getting away with it? Like, are y'all not following him? Because how does he keep robbing people? But no one, not NeNe cop can find him. Not NeNe cop can get him off the streets.
Most recently, in recent times. I can't get into that, but he's still robbing people. And I'm letting you guys know that perpetrators like this have no remorse, and you don't want to be the next victim. I want y'all to share this picture and let the law enforcement see the power of social media.
I don't know why he didn't put a picture up on thing. Him saying let the law enforcement see the power of social media. You have been ranting and raving about this robbery since last year, July. Okay, if you haven't found, if I'm not mistaken, after the robbery happened, didn't you put up a $50,000 reward? You not put up that no more? You took that back?
I want y'all to share it. I'm posting him every single day. He is currently still robbing people. Currently still robbing people. They said that he's been down south robbing people, back up north. He's moving around from state.
Who telling y'all all this stuff? Is it the police? If the police know where he at, he's rolling dolo from state to state. We can't do more than the police doing. We regular people. And again, you have been going live all the time for over a year now. It's been a year, July, a year and 2 months. If your name ain't ringing bells, there's something going on.
The state robbing people because, you know, he is a bum. He's a bum. He's a coward. He don't got money. He don't know what to do with money. And all the jewelry he took from me and my wife or whatever, he probably got pennies on the dollar because he knew it was hot. They knew it was hot.
Was it hot or was it cheap? Was it fake?
You know, because this case was so high profile. You know,
it was a high profile case. If he fenced, so what? First of all, it's not high profile. However, I feel like again, all these are reasons like why he not caught. If it's such a high profile case, if it's this distinct jewelry, he round here robbing everybody, but nobody can catch him. Usually those kind of people, you know, be sitting around not doing much because they don't want to get caught.
Where are you going with a bishop's ring with his seals on both sides? Huh? Where you going? Where are you going? You got sacred jewelry. My bishop's cross. My bishop's ring. You got sacred stuff.
Don't nobody know this is sacred?
Sacred stuff. That was
Is it sacred or sacred? It's not sacred. Oh.
Prayed over when I was consecrated. Where do you think you're going, man? So I need y'all to help me continue to share this picture because I'm not afraid. I like you know, and then what he's doing is he's sending messages in the streets talking.
Oh.
I didn't put no gun in his daughter's face. You did, and I know you're watching, and I know your friends and family is watching.
So let me get straight. You know he want to rob other people. You're being told, you're getting messages from that man, okay, who's saying he did not put a gun at your daughter. So how? Who told you? Who told you he said that? That's weird.
So they can give you back the word, or you can watch. I know you're watching me. Keep watching, because God got me, and I'm still gonna jump in my Rolls Royce, and I'm gonna go in my house and go where I want to go, and you still gonna be busted and broke, just like them two other dudes that was your accomplices.
See, that's why they keep messing with that man. I'ma ride in my Rolls Royce. I'ma wear my jewelry. I'ma be in my mansion, and you gonna still be broke. I mean, that's true. If the man broke, okay. But hell, he been free for a year. While his two friends are arrested. That's the gotcha. It's one thing if everybody at large. It's something different when it's three people, two. Why I want some Cruncher Munch? Y'all think he Cruncher Munch? I literally just had a taste for some Cruncher Munch, and I had Cruncher Munch in probably about 10 years. Why do I want some Cruncher Munch? What the fuck? Anyway. But when two of the three people is arrested, it's always weird to me when they never find the third person or no one tells, like, oh, you know he down there. You know he down on the road again. You know what I'm saying? It's weird that he's free. And why would you not be promoting catching him before today?
The other one that's out on bail got the nerve to try to stare me down and bring guys to court, staring me down like I'm scared. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
They are.
And then the one that's
serious as a robbery. Serious as a robbery.
Incarcerated. He signs the plea deal on before Tuesday. Get to the court and then pulls his plea bargain back.
Because somebody said they may not find you guilty. Don't take that plea deal.
They have no.
Now you know you wrong. I am not pregnant.
Remorse. None. And the world began to hate Bishop Whitehead because the narrative was I staged the robbery. Because I couldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything after I was robbed. I couldn't say anything. The law enforcement said, please don't say anything because we know who did it.
But you kept talking. You kept talking. And even when they arrested the two of the people, you kept talking. At this point, people know the people who came in with guns. We know who those people are. We know who committed the act. Leave it be.
You really think, do y'all really think that if I had something to do with it, the law enforcement wouldn't have known already?
I mean, it's possible. They ain't found they ain't found the one person either. So it's possible they ain't doing their job. Yeah.
Kidding me? But it's just hatred for what God is doing in my life and my family life that you guys, that the enemy is trying to tear my name down. So listen, I forgive you guys. I just want y'all to help me catch this guy. Help the law enforcement catch it. I'm posting a picture, and if we continue to share it, because if somebody see him, all you gotta do is call 911. He can't travel. He can't use his ID. He might have a fake ID. He ain't got no money. That been ran out.
That man been free a full year. A full year at least, because I believe they caught the people a month or two later. So even if they caught, because it happened in July, so let's say they caught him in September. You know what I'm saying? That's a year ago. That man been free living life for a full year. And you ain't not one time, I'm talking about every day. Shut up. And also, you want to make it seem as if someone keep coming for you. When you was just out here preaching, nobody was messing with you. Wasn't nobody talking about you. You the one came back around here in your Fendi sweater that you got from the swap meet and want to say, help me find the robber. Because I didn't have nothing to do with it. Because if I did, wouldn't the police have figured it out? They ain't figured out where the robber at. And that man, again, had you been consistently going live saying, hey, find this person, they might have found him by now, but it's a year later.
That been ran out. We heard about you in Queens Center Mall trying to sell my chain. The bishop heard about that.
Did the police hear? Did the police hear about it?
I know you're watching, Shamal Leggett, all your friends. You was in Queens Center Mall trying to sell a chain. I know, we know about it. We know about it. We know more than you think we know.
Y'all don't know where he at, though. And again, you can't say the police told me don't say nothing, but you're up here saying something.
You need to turn yourself in and make it light on yourself. Because the streets love me.
Do they? But the streets love you, but have the streets found him? Because whoever tells you what he be saying, whoever's telling you what that man be saying, why won't they tell you when he over there? If the streets love you, why have no one told you where he at? Where they at, dude? Why ain't they told you that?
You can't come back out because they don't respect you. They don't respect you. You ran into a church.
Baby Shower Cathedral.
Oh, I didn't like the pastor. You still ran into a church with women and children in there. You tough because you robbed the church?
Baby Shower Cathedral.
Are you serious? You running on parole. You're a parole violator. You got the highest profile robbery in the last century.
Ain't a century, 1,000, 100 years? You think this is the biggest robbery in the past 100 years? You're delusional.
And you're still out there committing acts. I need everybody that's going to help Bishop Whitehead push this picture and keep pushing it every day. Just put it on your story if you don't want to put it on your page. Tag me. I just need y'all help because he needs to be caught.
Look, y'all, this bishop.
Where's the justice? Where's the fucking justice?
He wants some justice. Where's the fucking justice?
I need my name to be all the way vindicated. I need my church to be rest from the trauma, right? I need y'all to help me. I need y'all to help me.
That's not me, y'all.
So I need y'all to help me. The picture's on my page. The picture's on my page. It's on my page. Go on my page and take it off my page. Share it. Share it.
I ain't doing all that. I'm not even gonna show y'all the man picture.
Can y'all just say, if you're gonna help me share this picture, just put yes. That's all I want you to put, yes.
No.
I want to see how many people. I want to see how many people. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? All right. I need everybody, man. Everybody. Y'all have to understand that this is the church. This is the church, y'all. This is the church.
That's your office.
And I need everybody. If you love Christ, I need y'all to roll with me. Just
don't put Jesus in it. Jesus.
So I need. Where you at? Y'all hear me? All right, cool. It should be good now. All right, here we go. I need y'all to help me. I know that you might not like the bishop for whatever reason. It's all right. It's okay. No problem. When you get to know me, you're going to beat yourself up and say, he was really cool.
I don't know.
He was really cool.
Not really.
You know what I mean? But I'm asking, come on, everybody just put yes.
No.
His name is Shamar Leggett. Shamar Leggett.
So you had that man name. You know where he was at trying to sell the stuff. You are getting messages from other people who were telling you what he been saying, but you still want the public to help you find him because for the past year, you have not been trying to find him, or the police have and they can't do it. Okay.
All right. He is.
He's what?
40. Let's see, two. He's 41 years old.
Do you know the man?
This is what he looks like.
Sir, we can't see that. Sir, it's blurry.
This is what
you don't even have a picture of what he really looked like.
What he looks like.
That is nothing. I cannot point that man out in the lineup.
Help me, y'all. If you keep saying that you don't have no sound, you gotta come back. You gotta go out and come back in. I think I seen him in Miami. Well, I need y'all to help me find him. Help me. Call 911 as soon as you see him. Yeah, he's old. Yep. He's old.
He your age.
So, I want you, because let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something.
What?
We matter, y'all. And if we put it out there and let the world see, because he's still robbing people. He's still hurting people. And that's it. He's still robbing people. He's still hurting people. And I'm asking y'all to help me close this case. Let us get closure.
You could have been had closure. You could have been had closure. Let the police do their job. Don't put me in it. Leave me out. Sir.
Now, why am I in it? And you could have did it.
See, I get thrown in stuff.
Why I gotta help you? I don't even know you.
Amen. Come on, we need to bring this foul criminal to justice. If you see him, call 911. If you have any leads and you don't want to call 911, inbox me as long as you're not lying. Because when this first thing started, people was calling me lying. I mean, we're not calling me, but inboxing me lying.
Not inbox the victim. Yes, the victim.
Yep, he's a person of color. We always talk about everybody else. We always talk about every other race, right, doing stuff to us. But look, he's the same color as me. He's the same color as me, y'all.
I mean, you like one shade darker, but it's okay. The fact that he did not ask the police, hey, can I get a printout of his picture to hold up on my IG when I go live at my house?
And I don't care who don't like it. Every single day, I'm going to post him. Because It's been over a year now. Okay? And it's time for my church to get justice.
Now it's time for justice. I mean, we don't have a church home, but we need justice.
And he ain't got no money. So he going to do whatever it take. Whatever it take. And I know some people, some of his family members know where he is. But you got to believe. I'm telling y'all this, right? The Bible says in Psalms 105:15, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
Well, no one's harming the prophet. In my opinion.
If you are harboring this unjust man that has done this damage to God's house, you will also suffer the consequences.
What? Did you just stick God on me? I don't know that man, or I don't know you.
I'm telling you. That's aiding and abetting. against God's people. So I'm asking y'all, we need this closed, man. I need my church to rest. I need my church to rest. I need my family to rest. You know, I need them to rest. They got two of them, and then one of them, he wanna, man. They have no remorse. I seen it. Both of them, they have no remorse. None.
I mean, probably because of all the shit you've been talking since they robbed you and your wife.
No remorse. That's what they have. No remorse. So, I'm here, y'all. I'm here. I'm still pushing. I'm still gonna win. God is amazing. And I'm just one more time. Everybody that's going to share this. Everybody's gonna share this. Just push yes. Everybody's gonna share this message and share the flyer. And I know some people say, I don't want to get involved. No problem. No problem. But if it was done to you, you're gonna want people to do it for you. Because
I mean, as a person who has been robbed before, I let the police handle it and I kept it moving. When I was carjacked at gunpoint, when the apartment I stayed in, like 8 years ago, when somebody broke in my apartment, I think it was my ex. I'm like, you can't, like, not a year later, it can't be a year later and you now want to make it seem as if, okay, I need y'all help now because my family needs peace. My church, which y'all have never seen before, needs peace. I mean, I don't have a congregation, but we need peace.
if something happened in another country or something happens in another place, everybody's, well, we're praying for whatever country. We're praying for, but what about the pastor that's here on your land? I need y'all to help me. Let's keep sharing this. And if you see this person, let's call 911. It's been a year, y'all. I mean, over a year and 3 months. It's time for him to be caught. He's still here in the United States. Still here. Let's put it out. Somebody's going to see him and somebody's going to know him. And I believe it's a reward, too.
You had said you was going to give out an award. Yeah, it was crazy. When I was carjacked, it wasn't funny then, but I can laugh about it now because I survived. And when my house got broken into, I wasn't home. And I came home from work. And I walked in my apartment. I was like, why did you move the TV? Because the TV gone. Like, why did you move it? Like, I was asking myself, did I move the TV? Did I move my stairs? Like, I'm like, no, bitch, somebody robbed you. See, it's crazy. It's crazy. But Bishop, he had said before when the robbery first happened, he said, I'm gonna put up $50,000 for reward. I guess he don't want to do that no more.
Oh, look at all them yeses. I'm gonna hold y'all to it, man, because I need y'all help. My church, we need our life back because these men came in and violated a church. We wasn't causing no problem with nobody. We was doing what we have to do. Right? So I want y'all to help me share this. Help me share this because it's time for this perpetrator to be caught. He's a coward. Exactly. And I don't know who and what in the streets. Nobody's going to respect. Yo, what you in here for? Oh, I robbed that church. What? Oh, I don't like the pastor. He from the streets. So what, boy?
He probably would have said I was robbing people. I don't think he's gonna say it. Oh, I was robbing churches. I don't think he's gonna say that in prison.
He changed his life and he's helping so many people out here. Why would you rob the church? A defenseless church.
Defenseless is a good word because it wasn't no defenses at the Baby Shower Cathedral. Wasn't no security. It was a rental space.
Right? You could have caught him outside. Why did you have to do it in a church?
I mean, outside in the Baby Shower Cathedral was kind of the same thing.
Huh? Like, why would you come into the church and then the people want to say I staged it? Why? Why would I go against God like that? Why would I put I had two of my children in the church at that time. I have 4. 2 of them was there. My 2 daughters.
He only ever mentioned that one 8-month-old girl. Which other? It must have been his. I think it's his wife. I think his wife has a daughter because I think his other 2 kids is with somebody else. So I do wonder which other daughter was at the church at the time beside the 8-month-old.
And my wife. And the ministry that I love. Why in the world? Who would do that?
I mean, Justin Smollett lied about a whole beating. You know, Carly Russell lied about a whole kidnapping. People do dumb stuff all the time.
And then you got little man Hughley, D.L. Hughley. He's spreading it. And all the rest of the bloggers and YouTubers and created me to be a monster, a villain.
I mean, not a monster. This, you know, if anybody who set up a robbery, they're not a monster and a villain, but they show is stupid.
A pastor that set up a robbery in his church for what?
They said for the insurance money. I didn't say that. The people kept saying he set it up to get some insurance money for the jewelry. That was the story. They were saying that was the narrative. People kept on saying, "Oh, he did it because he wanted to get he wanted some insurance money." That's what they kept on saying. Not me, them.
Because y'all don't understand my ministry, because I wear name brand, because I can wear a baseball cap and still preach. Why? Because I don't look like the traditional church? I thought that's what y'all wanted.
Who told you that? Who told you what we wanted?
Oh, Bishop, we want to come as we are. We want to come as we are. And then, they got them old pastors with them baggy suits. Yo.
I don't know now pastor now that wear baggy suits. He really be talking about pastors from like the 80s. Like he not talking about I ain't seen not now current pastor in no baggy suit at all. I mean, before you went to prison, maybe before you went to prison for fraud, back then, maybe back then you remember preachers whose suits was kind of a little bit big or whatever before we was in prison. But I need you to know, since you got out of prison for fraud, the preachers and pastors, they don't wear baggy suits no more.
Man, we need somebody with charisma. We need somebody with style. Okay, cool. God raised me up. Now, boom. Now you don't like me because I'm what y'all say y'all wanted?
I didn't say I wanted you. I didn't say I wanted you. Don't be lying on me.
The reason why I call him Little Man Hughley is because D.L. Hughley said that I deserve to get robbed. I deserve to have gotten robbed because I'm robbing the people in the church. That's why he's disrespectful.
Now, let's be clear. D.L. Hughley stance was, this was when it came out that Bishop Robbery was under investigation for taking $90,000 from a parishioner. That is one of his charges in his federal charges currently. So when D.L. Hughley said you were around here robbing the church, and D.L. said because the accusation from this old woman, well, she ain't that old, but from someone said you took $90,000 from her. That's what he meant. He said, if you out here swindling old women for their money, you deserve to get robbed. That's what DL said. DL did not say, oh, in general, you out here scamming the church. So his point was because of the accusation, the charge against you for allegedly stealing and tricking that lady out of her $90K. Because of that accusation, the DL felt was true. That's why he said you deserve to be robbed. Just saying.
Disrespectful. And he said a few other things, but that's the main thing. He said I deserve to get robbed. He talking to a preacher. He talking to one of his supposedly brothers. He said I deserve it. So if you said I deserve to get robbed, that means you're saying that my wife deserved to have a gun in her face.
Ain't nobody say that. Ain't nobody say that. But the same way drug dealer girlfriends who sitting around the house and see they men selling drugs and know they down here doing things or whatever, when your man gets arrested, sometimes you get arrested too. Meaning, when people are a part of the debauchery, you become a part of the debauchery. Now, that may be why we ain't never seen that wife with him since then.
And my daughter, 8-month-old baby daughter, deserved to have a gun in her face. And
ain't nobody say that. Stop lying.
My whole church is on the floor because you said I deserve. That's what you said. So I need y'all to help me, y'all. Help me with this situation. You know, I'm hoping he don't hurt nobody. You know, and I know that he has other victims. That's a fact. After me and my church. So this is what he does. So that's it, y'all.
He just wants y'all to help him find that man that robbed the church. Now, I'm not gonna help nobody find nobody. Okay, I did my due diligence and I shared his video with y'all. Now, y'all want to go around there and y'all want to find that man picture and y'all want to repost that man picture and have him on y'all head, then y'all can do that. But no, so now again, I do not feel like people who rob people should go free. I don't feel like the man has a right to not be in jail. All I'm saying is you could have been posted about that man to get him caught. You were too busy trying to, you know, speak up about yourself. If you are saying for all this, every time you was then doing radio interviews, okay, radio interviews, and not once mentioning how y'all need help finding that man because you was too busy promoting yourself. I don't trust nobody who we ain't never seen him in congregation. His wife don't never speak up for him at all. We ain't seen not nan family. His mama, when your mama don't come out and say, my baby didn't do nothing. My baby, that's a good man, Savannah. When your mama ain't came out and said nothing on your behalf, sir, boo. Gone somewhere. We ain't seen not a deacon, a usherette, a tambourine player, even the people who he rent baby shower chair from. We ain't seen nobody. Not his brothers, the mama, cousins, uncles, aunts. Nobody has came out and spoke anything positive about him. He said he do all this work here and there and whatever. And the few folk we've seen, like we see him kind of bamboozle celebrities who he's around and say, hey, bishop, they don't know what he be talking about. He show up at events and they know of him. Hey, yeah, bishop. But no one has came and said, you know what, the bishop is a good man. The bishop helped me pay my rent for 6 months when I got down on my luck. He helped my kids. We haven't heard anything. Now, again, the man who robbed them, he should go to jail for sure. Look.
Where's the justice? Where's the fucking justice?
He should go to jail. But not by my hands. Not by my hands, okay? Anyway, y'all, that's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. We're done. Okay? I had a good time, y'all. A good time had about all or whatever. I'll be live sometime tomorrow for Love at the Lockup. I'll be live on Sunday sometime. I don't know what time. For Love and Marriage Huntsville and whatever. I hope y'all had a good time tonight. Chit-chatting with your girl. I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. I'm tired. And I did not want to be on live this long, but we got here. I'm happy I cut out all that NeNe stuff because she was just talking too dang much. Anyway, please be sure that you already liked the video. That you will like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, TikTok, the top. Okay, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. We'll have a good old time, chit-chatting and laughing about Love at the Lockup. That's a great show with a whole bunch of drama. Okay, until tomorrow, y'all. I love you all. Be safe, be safe, be safe.